Today in the shop we're going to do a refinishing of this, let's see, we're going to do a refinishing of this Rogers 1881 silver-plated silverware box.
If you need me, let me know.
Needs some refinishing. The person who gave this to us had scratched it up. It was a wedding gift. Well, a pre-wedding gift. And just going to be doing that. So here's how it goes. I'm going to start by identifying the areas that I want to refinish. So for this particular, so maybe I'll have to do the entire exterior. One of the challenges of working on this is going to be the fact that I cannot really remove the interior, but because it's probably glued in, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that. That would be unfixable. I'm going to start by resanding it. It's number 240 sandpaper. Get to it. It's always good to wear a mask, just in case. Alright, some of the stain is still in there, but I don't want to go too crazy. Nice dry brush work. Alright, restoration in progress. We're going to do the sides. Now, not much I can do about that. The issues are obvious. I could put a piece of tape on this, but I'm doing this minimally. Bottom, which is okay. I mean, this may not be 150 years old. It may actually be from the 50s or something, but just gonna. Bottom is cardboard. So, you know, again, who knows? The company may have been around since the 50s. It's not too bad. might set it down for the rest of that. So we want to do the top here, so we'll do most of the work. Now this has a edging bit for doing corners, so that's useful, although it honestly never gets all the way into the corner. But I have a feeling that the dust has gone inside and is falling into the interior, which is not good. Partly because, oh, there's a crack there. Because it's going to be hard to clean it out of that felt, but it can be done with a vacuum, so hopefully it won't be that bad. Of a divot. That was unintentional. Still, when it's all done, it'll look better than it looked. It's not working very well. I mean, I'll never be able to get all the way in there. We have this little work area. A little bit of prep work here. Someday I will get a bigger work area. For the last several years I've been saving up to buy something instead of this tiny house that we rent. Maybe one day I will do that. Probably won't be for a little while, so this is what we got. Alright, now we're going to do the painting of the bottom last. As you can see, pretty clean looking. Let's adjust the camera. I've got this Minwax stain. It's a Sedona red. Should look just fine. Doesn't take a lot of stain. So you buy stain once and then you have it for years and years. I bought this a couple years ago. I do walking sticks. I'll show you an example of one. So you can see an example of the stain work you can do. Just a bit of wood. This is a walking stick I made. It has a metal bottom. It's made from a DC motor. Use this instead. Okay. Alright. Stain needs to be mixed. Usually you want to use something that you can throw away afterwards or that you don't care about. I'm going to use this piece of plywood. Mix it up real good so it's nice and cloudy. Just leave that there. You can see how dark it is. The thing with stain is that you only need a little bit and you're supposed to wipe off everything that's excess, and you don't want to get it on your clothing. I'm wearing actually kind of a nice shirt. I don't want to ruin it. I'm just going to paint this on as fast as possible and wipe it with a cloth. already. It's pretty dark. If you use shellac, which is made from a bug, you can get very subtle effects. This is a very deep effect. It's going to be very reddish. Has a little bit of vapor. That's why I got the door open. It's not as bad as, say, polyurethane or clear acrylic or whatever pseudo clear coat you're going to use. Pseudo polyurethane. I mean, polyurethane is only one type of clear coat. There's lots of clear coats you can use. I use a water-based polyacrylic. It's not my favorite thing. I like the polyurethane effect more, but so there's a lot of sides to this box, and I've actually been pretty careful, except it did bleed a little on there. So I could have done 2 different stainings, even though this box is already together. I'm going to wipe this down now. Oops, I don't have any. 1 second. Just with a paper towel. Just to get the excess off. You could wipe with the grain, I guess. That helps. But just to get the excess off, you can see there's a lot there. Don't want to waste too much. So you pull out the little stain your hands and such. I'm sure if you ever worked with wood, you know that. But for those who haven't, it's kind of fun to watch people work. Some people who watch this video probably are just watching somebody do some work. See, it's on there thicker. You gotta really get it off. If you want to. It's looking better. It definitely was pretty rough and scratched up before. Now I'm probably going to want to keep it cracked open, because otherwise it may seal itself and then, you know, like that. Anyway, people I'm fans of. So I got to let this go for a while, but people I'm fans of on YouTube. Julian Illett, he's a guy in the UK who does post bag and, like, you know, workbench videos for circuit bending. He basically buys everything on eBay, and then people he buys stuff on eBay and people pay for that, and then he buys stuff on eBay and people pay for that, and then he'll show you what it does. So this stain is oil-based, which means that you have to use either soap or preferably kerosene, something like that, before you soap it. But I'm just going to have to resolve to soap. Okay, well, now that I've used this for stain, I can't use it again for anything else, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sharpie here. Well, first I'm going to wipe it off because it's wet. It's really difficult to clean brushes that, you know, brushes are sort of like a one-way thing when you use certain things. You can see it's still coming off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write stain on it. And that way I know it's the stain brush. So, stain red. Now if you had multiple, I do happen to have some tan colored stain. I don't know if I'm going to use the tan colored stain, but if I really cared, I would have different brushes only for that stain type. But this is sort of a one-off thing. That's too bad, because I like to use that brush to apply the clear coat, but we don't really have. So it's raining outside. I can't take this outside. Normally I would want to take it outside to put the clear coat on. So that's one issue. So circuit bending, video games, reviews, just really anything. We're going to play video games. We're going to play board games. We're going to talk about movies. I'm going to demo things, teach you some tricks about programming computers, do some retro builds. We're going to do some people I look up to, LGR, Tested, of course, the guy from Mythbusters. I like the guy from Because Science. I think that he's entertaining. LGR is my inspiration for actually getting back to the idea of starting a channel. So thanks, LGR. I did write LGR, Clint, and I offered him a beer next time I'm in Asheville, but he didn't respond. Something more annoying than stray brush strands. Alright. I've been using a lot of this polyacrylic. It's going to take a lot to do this, so I'm not really going to mix it more than you've already seen. I did shake it a little bit. Alright, here we go. Now the thing about polyacrylic is you can either go big and go home, or you can do multiple coats. And I think we're going to do maybe only 2 coats with this, because again, we don't really care, but yeah, so in retrospect, everything worked out. It looks better. This wasn't maybe the most interesting of videos. Perhaps you didn't learn that much, but it is our first video of the Retro Friends channel, so let's hope it's historic. We've got a lot more planned. There's going to be some amazing stuff. And if you've never refinished something, or you're afraid to refinish something, now you know how. All you have to do is get some clear coat, get some stain, get some sanders, and make it happen. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. There's a Patreon if you'd like to donate to the cause of Retro Friends. And other video topics are going to include some more interesting builds, some gaming, some board gaming, some game design, some reviews, discussions, some streaming, a whole bunch of stuff. I do foraging, travel, electronics. Computer programming is my primary thing. My entire career has been based on computer programming. And, once again, here's the before shot. Here's the after shot. Thanks for watching.